welcome to this week's show. Quick reality check before we dive in. For dust you are, and to dust you shall return. Genesis 3:19. Now, that's a cheerful way to start a show, right? We come into this world as dust, and one day we go out as dust. But somewhere in between, can we all agree the goal is not to spend our lives as a dust bunny, hiding under the couch of bad thinking? I mean, come on. Life is short. You're here for a reason. Make it count for something. Build something, add something, think for yourself. Because what I'm seeing right now is we got so many people so wrapped up in Trump derangement syndrome that if the man walked outside and said, "Hey folks, water is wet," you'd have a full-blown press conference within the hour. We reject water. We demand dry water. Dehydrated water is healthier, more inclusive, and scientifically approved by people who didn't pass basic chemistry. I mean, really, come on. At some point, it stops being politics and starts being a group therapy session that nobody signed up for. And here's the hard truth. Every single issue in this world is not about Donald Trump. I know, what a shocking concept. But when people start doing a full 180-degree flip on things that they believed in for decades just because Trump took a similar stand, that's not conviction. That's a glitch in the system. That's a glitch in your thinking. And yeah, sometimes we're going to talk politics here, but this show is not about Democrat versus Republican. It's about reality. It's about facts. It's about what actually matters for this country and for the people trying to live in it. So here's the bottom line. Stop playing the propaganda game. Stop outsourcing your brain. And for the love of common sense, grow the hell up. Now let's get into it. All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of Greg's Rant. The only place left where reality still gets equal airtime before somebody blames Trump for the weather, inflation, their burnt toast. Today's topic, in case any of you might be confused, is Trump derangement syndrome. And no, this is not about whether you love Trump, hate Trump, voted for him, or use his name as a daily blood pressure test. This is about what happens when people become so consumed with opposition to one man, they start doing Olympic level mental gymnastics just to stay mad about it. Sun rises in the east. Trump probably moved it there. Stubbed my toe on the coffee table. The table was clearly radicalized by MAGA. The cat ignores you. Trump's America. At some point, folks, this stops being politics and starts looking like a medical condition requiring observation and maybe decaf. So now let's talk about one of the strangest symptoms of TDS, the instant 180-degree flip. See? Woo, woo. I mean, complete reversals so fast they ought to come with neck braces. For example, the border. For decades, both parties agreed. Borders matter, laws mattered, nations mattered. Enforcements are enforced by every nation in this planet. Somehow, overnight, the borders are cruel, enforcement is oppression, illegal entry is now somehow or another a civil right, only in America. This is not policy evolution. That's political whiplash. And then come COVID, where the flip-flop machine went into absolute overdrive overnight. Let's remember this correctly and accurately. All right? Trump fast-tracked Operation Warp Speed during COVID. The vaccines were developed in record time under the Trump administration. And what happened from the left? Many Democrats, Pelosi, Harris, Biden, all said they wouldn't take anything that Trump was responsible for. They were all openly skeptical. They were negative. They were out advertising that they would not take the Trump vaccine because we can't trust Trump. It might have bleach in it. Many Democrats and stuff stood up there. Kamala Harris said she wouldn't take Trump's word for it. Nancy Pelosi cast a lot of doubt. Major media voices kept calling it Trump's vaccine. The message was basically, I'm not taking Trump's jab. Then the election happened. And what happened? Biden gets sworn in. Dun, dun, dun. Same vaccine, same formula, same shots. And overnight, poof. Now it becomes if you question this vaccine, you're anti science and probably hate puppies as well. Same vaccine, same science, same syringes. What's the difference? I'll tell you. Different guy in the Oval Office. They weren't opposing him unconditionally, opposition. All right? That may be the fastest political costume change in modern history. Superman changes slower in the phone booth. All right? The behavior. Let's move to the really bizarre part, the behavior of the Democrats as a rule, or the left wing. Because this is where TDS goes from odd political bias, I'm going to learn how to talk here, bias, to please sit down and breathe into this paper bag. We've seen people screaming at strangers over a red hat or a party affiliation sign in their yard, vandalism. Thanksgiving dinners are turned into hostage negotiations, public meltdowns that make airport delays look calm. And my personal favorite, people ending lifelong relationships over voting choices, terminating family connections, terminating friendships. It just absolutely blows my mind. Here's an example of the extremeness of these people. I saw a video here a while back of a young woman talking about one of her coworkers that she just found out voted Republican. Before finding out, he's brilliant, thoughtful, hardworking. I really respect him. After finding out, I hate him and can't stand to even look at him. That's not political disagreement. That's an emotional software corruption.
Found out today that somebody that I work with is a conservative, and he's somebody who's really intelligent, and he's somebody who works in climate tech as a super smart guy, somebody I would never have thought was conservative, and apparently he is. And it's surprising and it's disgusting. But what's most surprising to me is the level of sudden hatred that I have for him. Sudden hatred for this man who I used to respect suddenly just went boop, and I hate him now.
The man didn't rob a bank. He filled in. I can't even talk today. In a bubble on election day. Past, present comparison. When I was growing up, most people never even discussed politics. You could know somebody for years and have no clue who they voted for. I can't remember knowing what any of my teachers in elementary school, junior high, high school, who they voted for, what their party affiliation was. And we talked politics, but we talked about your civil duty, your how our government works and stuff, not Trump derangement. Now, some people treat voting records like a dating app filters. Height, zodiac sign, favorite pizza topping. Did you vote for Trump in 2020? Swipe left if constitutionalist. A little bit of sarcasm there. At this point, Trump apparently has become controller of hurricanes, supreme commander of gas prices, CEO of Wi-Fi outages, and somehow personally responsible for your cousin's bad haircut. possibly mine. If your microwave burns popcorn, somewhere on social media, Trump is responsible for this. Here's the real issue. When people reverse lifelong beliefs overnight just because Trump says something, those beliefs were never principles. They were reactions. And when politics becomes so emotional that friendships collapse, families split, and facts no longer matter, that's not civil or civic engagement. That's obsession. All right? So if every topic in your life, the weather, the dog, your cholesterol, your internet speed, somehow always circles back to Trump, it may not be Trump that's the problem. This is Greg's Rants. Drop your thoughts below. Agree, disagree, bring facts, not interpretive dances. Like it, share it, help let's grow the show. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you next week.